What's up, guys? Last video crashed out as I was walking home from the gym. The battery died as I was going live. So I was answering some questions and I want to get back to doing some Q&A, and if this goes well, then I put it up on iTunes and I'll get the message out there. But one of the questions that came in was this guy was saying he's working with an athlete and she's a national netball player for 12 years. And netball's like a game. It looks like it's kind of derived from basketball. But the bottom line is the athlete that he's working with, she is a national competitor. This is her last year competing. And he says, well, what's next? What happens after she's done competing? That's what she's struggling with. And I think that there's a couple things. Number one, everybody's different. I think some people are good at letting go of stuff and moving on, and that's it. The past is the past. Time to write the next chapter in the book of life. Other people hold on to a lot of things, and I'm very sentimental. I have a good memory of kind of things that are training related. I have memories of, the earliest gyms I went to and memories of wrestling and things like that. But I'm going to bring it back to this. I sent out an email maybe some 2 or 3 months ago asking, the subscribers, the readers of my newsletter from ZachEvanish.com, what do you guys want to learn about? What would you want from me? And people were saying things like, oh, my man, my man Tosh, should grow your hair out like Bobby Lipson. Busting out that beard. I used to have big hair, guys, but I went with the simple life. Tosh is the man. I mean, Tosh is really the greatest. Tosh, do you want to jump on live and go live with me right now? If you do, you just got to request to join in on this live chat. That would be cool if you did that. Let's see if Tosh is still on. Forever Fierce. My man Matt, who does the t-shirts, the clothing, the gear for us for Underground Strength Gym. So, oh, he's driving. What a chicken. Okay, so here is the deal. The people replied, the peoples, and they said, yeah, we want program design. Oh, Tosh said he'll be in on it next time. We want program design. We want workouts, ebooks, this and that. They wanted all these things that I already have, right? I've got the membership site. I've got the ebooks. I have all those things. But my friend Brian responded and said, hey, man, I just want you to be happy. How about that? And I was like, wow, that is the way, man. That is the most simple thing. And I think we complicate our happiness, we complicate what we want next, and then we hold on to things and don't move forward. And I know certainly I've done that. And for me, I'm looking to make changes and let go of just being defined as a strength coach, or for the athlete who's just being defined as a, basketball player, netball player, tennis, wrestler, whatever it is. Move on. Maybe you become a coach. Maybe you take your coaching skills and make it more of an entrepreneurial thing, and you coach corporations and companies and businesses and schools and teams on, the things you learned as a national competitor. But one thing that's for sure is the past has to be let go of, although you can utilize it to inspire you, to drive you forward. One thing about me, and I've had conversations about this with a lot of other strength coaches, is they were working so hard in their 20s, 30s, and then they get to their 40s like I am at, and they see that things have changed. They see that maybe they don't want to be part of that quote-unquote fitness industry, or that strange circle of, I'm a business coach, but I don't actually run the gym. I'm teaching you how to do it, and you're spending money on the gym, spending money on me, not investing. So really, it comes down to whatever you were before doesn't define who you are or who you have to be. And I think that's why I call it the book of life, because I can end a chapter at any time I want and begin writing another chapter, begin writing a new chapter. So I think in your heart and trusting your gut instincts, those are things you have to get good at. But, you cannot be afraid of the change. You have to embrace it. I am certainly looking forward to doing some big changes from the underground strength gym, taking my coaching skills and my knowledge and applying them into a different arena, and leaving some things in the past, ending the writing of certain chapters, and moving on and working with different people. So that would be my advices to my friend out there who is asking how to help his athlete who's doing ending her 12 years as a national competitor. So what does she do next? So there you go. Warrior Strength Trainer, thanks my friend. And if any of you guys got questions, I'll definitely hang out a little bit. I just finished programming for the college athletes. I've got this is an old Westside Barbell Training 3-ring binder that I printed out. Wow, very, very long time ago. I know I printed it out when I was living with my parents. Yes, it's always advices, because if you remember Pumping Iron, he's talking about giving Franco advice, and he goes, it's not that hard to give him the wrong advices. So I always say advices. It's the book that's on my desk right here, Special Strength Development for All Sports from Louis Simmons. I'm looking for my special strength development manual from Verkhoshansky. So who knows? Who knows what happened to it or where it is? It's somewhere in New Jersey. Don't burn it down just yet, Coach. We still need you. Thanks, my friend. So you got to burn the ships down to move forward. That's the ticket, man. Anybody got a question that they want to pop in that I may have missed on the previous live chat when I was walking home? Otherwise, we'll shut it down here. And then also obviously going to be doing these live Instagram chats a little bit more frequently. Kyler, husband and I are looking forward to signing up for your program to become certified. Needed to hear this. That's awesome. So I haven't done, I'm not sure where you guys are located. It's like I'm barely doing my live certifications. I'll probably take a trip down to North Carolina and do something with Travis Mash. And then we have it online through Nesta. How much of weightlifting is introduced to your athletes? That's a great question. We mainly do hang cleans, power cleans, and then full cleans, and sometimes a clean and press, clean and jerk. But because of being in wrestling, we have a lot of shoulder issues. I don't go too crazy overhead, although you'll hear some coaches saying you should go overhead. But we don't go too crazy with the overhead work. And if we do a clean and press, it's more like a muscle clean. It's not like a perfect weightlifting clean, what you're going to see in a weightlifting club. With regards to at the Underground Strength Gym, I introduce clean variations when we see that the athletes could hold proper positions. They could squat properly. They could trap bar deadlift. They have a great foundation. And basically we're able to, they're athletic enough to learn and be willing to go through the learning curve of a complex movement like a clean, and we take it basically with who can handle it, So somebody might be doing a barbell clean variation, somebody else might be doing a sandbag power clean or a heavy med ball shouldering, and that's a power clean movement. It's just without a barbell. So got to remember, guys, I'm not a weightlifting club, although I pull from weightlifting, powerlifting, golden era, old school style bodybuilding, calisthenics, strongman. All of those things are blended together. AC Strength Systems, thanks for all your content. Over the years, you inspired me in my wrestling career, and you're one of the main reasons I'm now a strength and conditioning coach. It's awesome, my man. That is awesome. Hopefully you're doing good and you're getting a lot of work together with other coaches. Okay, this new arena, has it been announced? Is it a project in the making? Is it a mentorship type? Is it a revamp of something you've previously done? I think what I'm definitely looking to do is work with a team. So I might be in the school systems. I might be working for a company. I work at the college now, plus run the 2 gyms, and really our one location, which is in Scotch Plains, is the best spot, and that's going to be, the hub. And owning a gym like mine is super important to be in the right place in the right area. If you are struggling and you're in an area where, those people don't want to take what you offer, then I'm not of the mindset of pushing that upon people. The underground has never been about that. It's always been about, the workhorses, the people that want to be great. And if you got to convince somebody to be great, no good. I want to always have to hold them back. I want them to be more motivated than me. So simplifying things, getting rid of a lot of stuff that's just, if it's not a hell, that I can't remember who said it, but if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. So nothing announced yet, and that's certainly going to take some time. Anybody got another question? See if I missed a question here. Don't know if I missed any questions. Cool. Tosh, you're the man. Do you fear a spreading thin of yourself and resources? I spread myself thin a long time ago, being a one-man show. I had this conversation with my friend. I was running certifications in New Jersey, Florida, Texas, traveling. I was running masterminds. I was doing consulting online. I've got the various online things going on. I was running one gym, then two gyms. At one point, I had 4 locations. And that's almost like the downside to me is like I'm going full throttle all the time. And what I do is just, the most popular things now are more like the culture and the community. And I get that. But most of the thing that I do is like I'm here to change the lives of those athletes. And if I'm working with somebody who doesn't want to be awesome, it's a very, it's just a poor match. So yeah, I've spread myself thin, but I've removed myself from a lot of people and places that I've learned things about them that is just not ethical stuff I don't want to be part of. So I've basically been moving away from a sector of this industry where I guess, like, what's the saying? People are willing to step over dollars to pick up pennies. Like I've seen people who are your friend until money's involved, and then they want to, get more money or grow their business, and then they just go to where those people / things are. And to me, that's like nothing I want to be part of, nothing. I'm currently doing some continuing education to also add registered massage therapists to my list of tools. Any tips on how I can incorporate that into my business model? I think that's great. I mean, I would probably have 1 or 2 days where there's maybe an open gym type model, but you're focusing on the recovery aspect. So there's a lot of I just interviewed Phil Daru. He does a lot of like functional range conditioning with the fighters he works with. And I think people are so in tune nowadays with recovery and feeling good that you can probably have like a tiered membership. So one membership would be training with you, getting coaching, and the other membership would be they get the strength and conditioning coaching, as well as massage therapy, recovery, regeneration work. And then, of course, you could have them as separate. They just pay for one as they come and go. Any advice on shutting it down? I find myself getting restless on the weekends when I've already trained, taking care of my responsibilities, still drive me nuts. Yeah, bro, get back to what are your hobbies? I had a conversation with my friend, and I was like, man, I don't go skateboarding. I don't go mountain biking. I didn't surf too much. I didn't do the things I love to do because my business has been all-consuming, and that's not a healthy way to live. So on the weekend, shut it down. Have the life discipline to shut it down and just do the things that make you happy instead of worrying about the business 24/7. Warrior Strength says, as always, you're staying true to yourself. Thank you for that. I'm growing and I'm feeling the pinch too. Traveling, so I look at you because that's what you were doing for a long time and watched. Yeah, so you got to just look, some people still love to do that. Or some people stopped traveling and they were able to leverage it online. It's just not what's in my heart anymore to keep learning all the online shit. It's not what's in my heart. I don't feel I'm reaching the amount of people I can reach with my skills. Yet, ironically, I feel like I am this is the best I've ever been as a coach, knowledge-wise, coaching-wise, and I'm not really able to take that and apply it to the world. At times, I feel like letting things go and being simple again. It sounds and looks good on paper, but not healthy. Yeah, a lot of people, they praise the entrepreneur, but they don't know all the behind-the-scenes challenges and difficulties that the entrepreneur goes through. So that's certainly something very difficult that only an entrepreneur could understand. The emotional stress, which leads to physical stress. So it's just, be happy. It's so interesting. That's why I've gotten away from running masterminds, because I found that in the masterminds, people are such robots. Like, the person in charge says, do this, do that, and then everybody follows like a blind robot. Yet the person in charge oftentimes doesn't own a gym or isn't in that business, and it's really so non-stressful to just sit back and say, do this, do this, do that, and then you're paying that person money. Then you pay money to do that thing, and it's like this circle of you going like this, up and down financially, and everybody else, kind of just telling you what to do, but not getting their hands dirty is the way that they're making the money. And I've just found it to be a strange circle that, man, I don't want to be part of that shit at all. What else you guys got? Take a last question. Yep. Passion, that's right. Integrity, that's right, my man. Back at you. I really appreciate your time. Have a wicked and productive week. Make my way down to Canada. Nice. Dude, I think I can't remember who, but we had a group of guys where it was like half from Canada, half from the States, and somebody from Canada brought me maple syrup. That was great. That was great, man. I think I've got a little bit of traveling to do down the East Coast, so going to reconnect with my man Travis Mash, lock down a date. Him and I do a great cert together because it's Olympic lifting. He's like one of the best coaches in the country. Then you take my strength and conditioning. We put that together. We do program design. We do a live podcast. We do a great certification together. I love it. So I got to lock that down with my man Travis. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to put this up on Strong Life Podcast, iTunes, and that is sponsored by intechstrength.com. If you guys want to order anything from Intech Strength, get 10% off with the code ZACH100, and go to undergroundstrengthcoach.com or on Train Heroic. My training program is called Gladiator Strong. So by being part of those programs, you guys support the podcast and everything else I do. Iron Will Training. You got it. All right, guys. Much respect. Peace out. Keep being awesome. Later.